Are white expats the problem in the Philippines? Well, it's kind of a weird title and intro to say, I know, especially when we just finished covering the Vitality incident where a white expat actually stood up to Vitality. But today's video is very interesting. It came up in my feed and I thought, you know what, let's have this discussion. I think it's worth having this discussion. I just almost broke my microphone. And the title of today's video is called American Expat Stays Away from White Guys in the Philippines No Filter Interview. I don't know what to expect. This is all new to me. I'm just here to learn. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. Link to the original video down in the description below. We always credit the original creator. If you like the commentary and the discussion we have on my channel, though, and my reactions and things we talk about, consider subscribing. And if not, leave a like. It goes a long way to let the YouTube gods know that I'm doing something right. Let's get into it. If the video will play.
I can't stand the white expats. Oh, guys, stay away from Dumagetti. Screw you and screw Trump. Most of these white guys have to grow up.
What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Craig. I'm from north of Palm Beach, Florida.
Florida. Florida.
And what brings you down here to the Philippines?
A change. You know, women.
Okay.
I have cerebral palsy, so I own a real estate company in New Jersey and Florida.
Okay.
And what else?
So you came here for a change, right?
Change.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Which, in fairness, I think, you know, a lot of us really want we want to change, but good on him for owning real estate.
About 7 months.
And what has been your experience? What do you like about the Philippines for the past 7 months?
I love the people, and I love the vibe.
Yeah, okay. Any dislikes? Something that could be better for you?
Dislikes, I can't stand the white expats.
Oh, you can't. Tell me, why is that?
This man just like said, I'm gonna hit record and let this guy go crazy. This is awesome. Maybe we need to react to more of these videos.
I've been into physical fights before.
Physical fights?
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to fight you physically, even with your condition?
Yep.
What? Okay, there's got to be okay. I want to side with him, but I got to calm down. All right, let's watch.
Okay.
I got hit about 3 weeks ago. I won't mention names, but he's from Australia.
Okay.
His age is 70 going on 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been having problems with the white expats. I just wanted to let you guys know it's not rainbows and sunshine.
Interesting.
Stay away from the expat bars.
Okay, so you want to give us any more details so we can avoid something happening?
Yeah, avoid the expat bars.
Yeah.
Avoid the hangouts, like the social.
Interesting. I mean, is that even? Ignore everything else you said so far, right? Let's separate the two. Okay, let's separate the two. Is that let's take the advice you just gave. Ignoring everything else, is that good advice? Because again, I've never been to the Philippines and I plan to visit someday. As I covered this again, by the way, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing because we talk about the Philippines all the time on this channel, because someday I hope to visit there and visit there often. So this is me covering my Filipino journey before I go to the Philippines and hopefully after, you know. But is that good advice? I feel like it is. I feel like, now, do I want to meet expats? I think I do. But do I want to spend my time the whole time at like an expat bar? Probably not. I want to spend more time with the locals because that's what I'm there for. But that's assuming that you guys want me there. It's, you know, I'm not going to invite myself to functions and things just because I want to feel more, you know, the authentic experience, right? I still want to be a good guest, but I don't know. I just as somebody who visits Mexico, like I just try to apply the same rules, I guess.
I'm in Cebu.
Yeah.
IT Park, and IT Park doesn't have too many white guys hanging around.
Yeah.
That's why I like it so much.
Oh, I see. There used to be a social here, but they
Yeah,
removed it, right?
they got rid of it. They didn't renew their lease.
Mm.
Good place. It was open 24/7,
Yeah.
but that was I guess they knocked down the building
Hmm.
and stuff like that. And I do drink,
Yeah.
but I don't drink that much anymore. I'm living here. I'm not.
You're not a
on
tourist.
I'm living here, and on a vacation is a different kind of animal.
Definitely.
So yeah, yes.
So at least he's distinguishing the difference, but I still want him to get back to what he was talking about earlier. 'Cause that's really interesting. I wish he would break down why you wouldn't want to go. I guess it might be because of just people are a little bit more rough housing, like the vacation spots, but that's kind of generally true for anywhere. But at the same time, it's like if you want a guaranteed some type of fun experience, it's going to be there at those spots. So I hope he explains a little bit more.
So yeah, you can when you move here, you see it.
Yeah.
You see the garbage. You see the home. You see the Filipino people as they are, unfocused. I live. I won't mention where I live. I got a kind of. I had a small YouTube channel too.
Oh, what happened? Too much work.
No. What happened was I was complaining about the white guys in the hotel where I live, and the manager came in and said I was defaming people.
Mm.
So I had to,
Tone it down a bit.
yeah, tone it down a little bit. But man, also I found out along.
Which, by the way, I want to say this now. If he's mentioning like specific names of like specific people and like saying all this stuff, that's different, right? Um, I don't know. I think it's one of those interesting things where you can call someone an asshole or a scumbag, and like you can, how do I say it? As long as you're not like saying some outrageous shit that is like raise. I don't know. I don't know this guy, but as an American, freedom of speech is very important. So you can be like, yeah, my neighbor's an asshole. I fucking hate him. Blah 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 blah. As long as you're not saying, hey, I hate my neighbor. He's an asshole. Blah 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 blah. Oh, and he's has a meth lab underneath his house, and just consistently saying that, and then his house gets invaded by the police because they thought it was a meth lab. Then that's effed up. That's messed up, right? Um, or being like, "Oh, this person's a PDF," right? Which I don't want to basically, if you call someone a pedophile, you got to be careful with that because that's some serious allegations. But I think there's a very different thing. Now, I don't know what this guy was saying. If he was just talking shit, that's different, and those guys got their feelings hurt. But if this guy was actually saying some crazy shit, that's different.
2 weeks in, most of these white people, the white guys don't have any money.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
basically, maybe they have a little more than the typical Filipino, but not much.
Yeah, much.
So that was a big surprise because I'm on a pension, and I'm on real estate income.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a budget.
Yeah.
Everyone has a budget, but I'm not here to.
On a tight budget.
I'm not on a tight. I can spend whatever I want, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend any money.
You don't have to.
If I don't have to, but all these budget videos you see on YouTube
Yeah.
is a bunch of BS.
Interesting. I wonder if he watches my channel. I want to, you know what? If you're watching this video and if this is you, if you watch my channel, I would love to ask you questions. Um, I would love to interview anybody, really. Okay. But yeah, that would be funny if he's actually seen my videos.
So tell me why
And he's one of the ones that say it's like these videos are BS.
is there, is it less, more, anything you want to share about that?
Mostly lies.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of YouTubers, I won't mention names, we won't mention
Yeah.
Geo in, in the Philippines. Uh, yes, you can spend money.
Mhm.
Yes, you know, yes, I can spend anything I want.
Mhm.
But that's not the point. The point is you you come to the Philippines and you're not supposed to spend the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these budget videos you see on the YouTube, I don't know if you do budget videos, and do you?
Not necessarily,
Not
no.
no. So most of them are all BS.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some guys are spending $600-700 a month on rent.
Mhm.
I'm paying 15,000. You know, less than 300.
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
Mhm.
I don't want to spend any money on rent.
Mhm.
Fine, Gio in the Philippines can do that. He's in Dumaguete. Oh, guys, stay away from Dumaguete.
Why?
You know what's funny? We did watch a video on the budgeting in the Philippines, but I don't, I'll be honest, like everyone has their own experiences and obviously like people like to say, well, oh, these are, fake or this and that, this and that. That's fine. I'm of the belief of I'm not going to take every single thing as truth, but I do want to at least have a better idea of what to expect, right? Like I want a range because the thing too about these videos is some of them are a year old, 10 years old, 3 years old, 4, whatever. And even now with like American tariffs coming into play, things are going to become more expensive in general. So it's just something to think about. Like it's just something to at least be exposed to before you actually go there or while you're there, right? It's like it doesn't hurt you to be exposed to it and be better prepared. So I don't hate those videos.
Um, just too many white guys.
Yeah. You keep mentioning white guy. Are you white yourself?
Yeah,
can't-
I'm white.
okay. Well, is there a difference between the black guys here, the white guys?
No,
Or
the
just like-
black guys are cool.
Yeah.
It's the white guys who fight everyone. From other countries, from Canada. Like, I'm saying, I will give you one final example of what I mean. So I'm sitting at the courtyard over there, you know, with the Moors. And I'm sitting there, you know, minding my own business, and a guy from Australia, again, comes up and goes, "Hey, mate, how's it going?" And I said, "I'm doing well. Where are you from?" I should have said the moon. But I said, "Florida." And he goes, "Oh, you're from the States. Screw you and screw Trump." Yeah. Yeah, that's,
That's how
yeah,
he started,
that's,
huh?
yeah, yeah.
Can I be honest? The Australian guy that said that, that's super cringe. Regardless of political belief, if you're still getting upset over democracy, again, people voted for him. Regardless if you disagree or don't agree with him. If you agree with him or disagree, he won the election by a majority in this country. And people want to call it a fascist. Oh, fascist uprising. My brother in Christ, he won an election. And the same party won the House and the Senate. So it's all three branches of government. So the fact is, if you're still getting upset and like being cringe about election results, what you should do next time is hope that your party, vote, go out and vote, or, maybe evaluate why your party lost. Again, like it's super cringe that people do this because people don't self reflect. They never think that they could be the problem. So I just not saying I side with this guy because I don't know the full story, but I do as someone who lives in America. and you see these people keying Teslas. It's like not even 4 years ago, you guys were singing the praises of Teslas, but then like a bipolar person, nothing against bipolar people, but as somebody who's just doesn't even know how to control their emotions, there's flip flopping, right? And it's like the called the Trump derangement syndrome, right? Like again, regardless if you agree with Trump or not, acting cringe based on politics after a fair election is cringe. You know, like acting crazy is just cringe.
I think it's my disability. Maybe that's it. But I mean, I've been. It's like being in grammar school all over again.
Yeah.
You know,
And then exactly like what he said. Imagine going to the Philippines just to relax and get away from everything, the world. And then going and then someone from another country, by the way, that's not American, comes to you in the Philippines. Again, there's no American here going on, like American conversation happening. And then the first thing they want to bring politics to you while you're in the Philippines not vacationing, but living. You're already been disconnected from America. Like that's how cringe this is. And that's I hope people someday see how cringe making your whole personality your political party is. Regardless of where you are. You should always be yourself and yourself first, not some whatever the political party or whatever the blue-haired people online want to tell you, or the purple hair or mentally ill people will tell you you need to be online. Okay, always be you and be what makes you happy. If you want to go to the Philippines and get away from the world and get away from American politics or just politics and everything away and just live a good honest life with somebody by your side, take care of them and they take care of you. Hey, nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be happy.
teasing and
It's also okay to not care about politics. It's okay to just live every day and be happy. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant, but I had to.
fighting. You know, most of these white guys have to grow up. You know, I've been yelled at. I've been laughed at. I've been, you know. I just, I love the Philippines, but I tried to stay away from the the expat bars. I used to go, and they all fight. They all throw tantrums. They bring in the prostitutes. I don't need that. Yes, I understand everyone needs companionship, but I mean, I have.
Tell me about that. How is the dating going for
At least he's trying to be understanding. I'm siding a lot with this guy. And I don't know if you guys will side at that. I understand there's a lot of old white guys that go to these other countries to find their young wives. Not I'm not dissing that, by the way. Like I said, if y'all are in a consensual marriage, a consensual relationship, as long as it's consensual and y'all understand where y'all coming from, that's all that matters, right? Well, as long as everybody's adults. None of this as long as everyone's over 18 to me, that's fine. And everyone's made consensual decisions together. I'm cool with it. I'm not judging people the way they live life. But if you think that you can abuse your status in another country based on where you're from, I don't agree with. I think that's horrible.
you? You seem good for the
Fine.
women, yeah.
I'm finally had a couple girlfriends, and happy.
Couple girlfriends, bro. What? Bro's a player.
The only reason why it's hard. I never had a girlfriend in the States.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had one, Amy King, but again, people ripped us apart.
Yeah.
That was like 25 years ago, 20 years ago. I miss Amy.
Yeah.
But basically, yeah.
Which, by the way, I know everyone says, is dating actually that bad? For my international audience, you guys always say, like, is dating actually that bad in the US? It's horrible over here. It's god awful. It's horrendous. It's so hard to do.
Yeah.
When did your condition start? Is this from like
It's
the birth? Okay.
Yeah, birth, so.
And what is it like? I'm not really sure about what happens. Are you just having trouble moving, or what is it?
No. I'm getting old, so it's hard for me to well, walk.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm way overweight.
Okay.
So I'm
Hey, the food's good. What are you gonna say? Hey, I'm losing weight right now, but I just know when I go to the Philippines, I'm about to eat good.
one thing good about this food over here. I can't eat it. So too much rice,
Yeah.
too much hard, too much pork,
Yeah.
too much this, too much that. But
I don't know why people hate pork. I know it's not as healthy, but pork is just so good. I don't know what it is.
funny thing is, I'm losing weight because I'm not eating like Papa John's
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
So the Philippines helping you lose weight is helping you find relationships.
Yeah.
How did you meet your girlfriends or partners?
I met her in Leyte last year after COVID. She's 25. I'm 57.
Jesus. Sorry.
Uh,
I don't want to judge, but goddamn.
going on 58. Uh, no kids. Um, that's when I educated.
Yeah.
Will and I don't really talk to a family, so I don't have to pay for anything. So
No, that's it. I was just curious to
Yeah.
see how you met the girlfriend. A lot of people say like women here are traditional and they're conservative.
Yeah.
Some people say that they just want to date you for the money if you're an expat.
Well,
So-
you got to be. Hey, every woman in the U.S. wants the money too. Don't kid yourself. I mean, I got friends who.
That's kind of the point I've been making for a very long time. Is that money, when I say money isn't everything, it's because it's not. But anytime someone has money, there's always people who want it, regardless of where you are in the world. It's always that.
Married, and the wife isn't doing anything. The kids, the whole night. Half of them are divorced now, and I
you got to pay one way or another.
you pay one way or another. I always wanted that blonde, blue-eye bombshell. Back when I was 25, going on 30. But I mean, after I seen what my friends been going through, typical cop, Billy Hoffman. I'll tell you a story. This girl had 2 kids, blonde, blue eye, the whole 9 yards. He's a cop in New Jersey, county cop, and finally got rid of her. I said, Bill, he doesn't have kids. So I go, Bill, why don't you and I go to the Philippines and you can pick something up, anything, any body type, skin color, anything you want, and young, not too young, but young. And since you don't have kids, Billy, you can have kids now. Stupid ass didn't listen to me, and now he's dating the same women.
Yeah.
And I got sick of the whole thing. Now they want it. After 2, 3 kids, no money, divorced.
Yeah.
Now they want the money. Now they all want it.
Amen. That's America in a nutshell. I don't know what to tell you.
Screw that.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoy talking to you. So what is your advice for someone that wants to come here, live here, date here? What would you tell a man coming here?
Don't expect every woman to have a relationship with you. Some women like the white guys, and some women don't. Don't expect
That's crazy.
to be friends with every white guy. I suggest you stay away from the white guys.
Based. Just kidding. Nah. Okay. I guess they're coming. I haven't seen this channel before, so I don't know what they talk about. But when I'm thinking about visiting the Philippines, at no point am I thinking about like I need every Filipino woman to love me. What the hell? What? No, I'm literally 99% of the time when I'm thinking about the Philippines, I'm like, man, where am I gonna eat first? What's gonna be my first meal there? Like, I want it to be a lot, and I want it to be the greasiest, tasty food to ever exist on the planet, right? I just because I know y'all make good chicken and good pork over there, so it's like, see, just thinking about it now makes me hungry. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Maybe I'm just not locked in on on that stuff. But yeah, that's not the first thing I think about.
Uh, I met a white guy over there, and he started preaching me about God and Jesus last night, and it was like, and he went off on me. And I'm like, because I was a believer, and I had to calm his ass down. I, yeah, it's a beautiful country, beautiful people, but don't expect to be, you know,
Friends with everyone.
friends with everyone,
Okay.
especially the white guys, and stay away from the white guys.
So this is mostly for expats, or I'm assuming for expats to talk about other expats. Because this doesn't seem like, as somebody who's going to be a tourist, doesn't seem really for me. I don't know.
I, maybe it's because of my disability. I got cerebral palsy. I understand that sometimes, people assume something is major wrong with me, and why is he here? Why am I here? Because I have money. Basically, and I'm not boasting here, but guys, do not think you can come over here without money. That's without a pension. Don't think come over here with $50,000 and think you're going to run $50,000 for 10 years. It doesn't happen. So that's my. You have to have passive income. Always come in, and I will tell people this.
I mean, that's just a goal to have in life anyway, is passive income. I mean, this is kind of what this YouTube channel is, but I don't make money, so I just do it for the love of the game and because I like talking to you guys.
There's no jobs over here. So, you can start a YouTube channel. Good luck with that.
Yeah, did you make any money from your YouTube channel?
It was an outlet. It was actually an outlet.
Yeah.
And, because I was just screaming off my head about these white guys.
Now, do you think it's specifically white guys or just Americans, or?
Usually it's the white guys from your country, Canada, and Australia.
You know what's funny? I've actually learned that, at least hearing from watching, or not hearing, but watching all these other videos from other countries, a lot of people have been saying the same thing about Canadians. They're saying Canadians are actually assholes more than Americans. That Canadians, or at least the tourists, Canadian tourists, fit the stereotype of Americans more than Americans do. Something's not right. What is going on with Canadians? Maybe it's as of recently, because again, a lot of the videos that we've been watching has been over the last like 2 or 3 years. But something's going on with Canadians. Maybe they were secretly assholes this whole time, and we just didn't know.
I think it's jealousy. I think it's pace. Well, everyone's wearing a U.S. T-shirt over here, so you can see it. New York City, and I saw a guy wearing a New Jersey Surf City T-shirt. I'm from South Jersey, so I know. I understand that, but I mean, I don't have to hit me.
Yeah,
I got hit.
unacceptable.
I got hit. the other night, and I just,
It could just be a lot of these guys are bullies in their home country, and then they lost power, so they come over here because they feel. I don't want to do like overly analyze people, but it's kind of like the idea of like the machismo stuff. Like they were not top dogs anymore in their country, so then they come back over here, but they come over here to try to feel important again. Which again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. People want to have their find ways to find their own self worth, but if you're assaulting people, that's crazy. Starting fights and shit. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I believe this guy. He's kind of rambling about the same things, so we're just gonna leave it here. This is a great video though. Let me know what you think in the comments. I agree with a lot of what he says, but I don't. I think there's much more to the story. Um, because I am of the belief, and this is just through my personal experience. When I was an asshole when I was younger, and I just didn't even know how to talk to people, I felt like a lot of people were assholes. But it's also because I was the asshole. But also I surrounded myself with assholes. So you see what I'm saying? Like it was my fault. It was like I was an asshole, but then the friends I chose were probably worse than me. But I was the one that chose them. So whose fault is that? Right? Like I think that's why one of the things in like all our other videos where we talk about life and stuff, as much as I like to say, yeah, I learned a lot and I improved. And one of the things I removed was the things that were holding me back were my friends. I always like to make sure that you guys understand that like you choose your friends, right? Though that separating yourself from your friends, certain friends might be the solution, you got to examine why you chose those friends to begin with. And so I wonder when in this specific case, this guy, how does he keep running into these situations? Maybe it's because he keeps going to these bars and that's the type of people that are there. But if he keeps going to those bars or those places, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to see this. I feel like there needs to be more of a conversation on it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Check you out, guys, on the next one. Love you. Bye bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.